How's everybody doing today? This is Ruben once again with Philosophy. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked any of my past videos, please subscribe, like, or comment on one of the videos. Uh, it shows that the work is truly appreciative and gives us the motive to move forward with even bigger, better data for you guys to help you guys out in your life and to allow you to realize and have the recognition that this life experience is meant to be joyous, full of grace, full of blessings, and it's a life where you can make all the dreams you want come true. Today, I want to talk about the system. There's a system that if you follow this system on a consistent basis, I'm gonna say that again, on a consistent basis. If you follow this system on a consistent basis, you will be able to have, be, or do anything and everything you want. You will make all your dreams come true. If you follow this system and you stick to it, it's been proven it works. This system consists of doing a series of things. The first one is books. Books. In the future, I will be coming out with a video introducing you guys what it's called a basic book list. A basic book list, which is a basic book list for you to gather together and have this series of books and for you to consistently read and read these books in and out, not once, not twice, but over and over and over and over again. This basic book list will be introduced to you guys in a future video. I was introduced to this basic book list years ago, and to this day I still read them, and it's been years. Great books, because there's a lot of books out there, a lot of information out there, a lot of data out there. But the thing is that there's some mix up. Not all the information that you can find out there is really good information. There's a lot of people with well-intentioned hearts that really want to get the information out to you guys and want to help you. But unfortunately, they're going by theory. There's a lot of books out there that all they speak about is theory, and some of them don't even hide it. Some of them just say straight up, hey, this is a theory or this is a made up story, but this can help you. Whatever your dream is, I'm sure there's at least more than one person at this level that has what you want, right? Let's go find one person that actually has done all these theories, because there's a lot of theories out there. The only one that is consistent with all these super successful people is the information that is presented here in philosophy. If you look from biblical scripture to ancient texts to biographies and autobiographies of super successful people, they all follow the same concepts that we teach you in philosophy. If you just look at them. It may be written in a sort of different way, but the essence of the message is the same. Books are important. Books are very important because books, when you read a book, when you read something, you are using your imagination. Your imagination is in full work mode. It's not like you're watching TV. When you watch TV, the pictures are given to you. When you watch a play, the pictures are given to you. When you watch a video, there's a picture given to you. But when you read, you're 100% using your imagination because the book has no pictures. The book just has words. The way you're understanding those words is by using your imagination, by seeing pictures in your mind. When you're reading good information and information like this, like the information we present here in philosophy, when you're reading a book, you're creating the image. Thus, your neural pathway for that information is being ingrained way more than by you watching it or than by any other process. Reading is very essential and very, very powerful. Very powerful. For the most part of history, the most of the population was illiterate. They couldn't read because the power of reading and the power of books was known, and only it was classified as a high rank privilege for you to know. If you knew how to read, you were somebody. It's almost like today, similar to today. If you have a PhD, you're somebody, right? Reading is powerful. Reading gets the information down to you in a very profound manner because you're creating it in your mind. Thus, you remember the information better as well. You know, in the future, I will be writing many of these concepts down and I will be putting out books as well through philosophy. Um, and I will put out written material out for you guys because hearing it is one thing, watching it on a video is one thing, and reading it it's another way. Reading is important, and it's like you're reading something. You're reading maybe a story that is well written. It is very inspiring and and very entertaining or whatnot. You're reading it and you're so profound inside the story that somebody could be talking to you, even screaming at you, and you might not hear them for like 2 or 3 times that they said your name because you were so into that story. You can live in the past, in ancient times. You can inter intermene or how can I say it? You could intermingle with individuals even when they're dead through books. You can live in ancient times through books. You can see life through another pair of eyes through books. It's powerful. And reading is essential and very, very important for many of the projects that will be coming in the future through philosophy and, and, you know, God willing, reading will be a very big part of it. See, we want to create philosophy as a community, as a almost like a club, almost like a fraternity, where like-minded people who are very interested in this body of knowledge get together. And one of the essential necessities that will be demanded upon for you to be a part of this great organization that is in the works, and we're laying the foundation down right now with these videos, will be reading. I will be, like I said, I will be coming out with written material in the future, and it's already in the works. I'm so excited about it because I've already gotten a lot of things down, and I'm still in the rhyme process, and soon will be the organizing process. I'm not saying it's next week or next month, but in the future, in its right time. But reading will be an essential part. Reading is important. Books. Second thing is audios or videos like what you're listening now. And not just once, going through an audio once or a video once, but going over it again and again and again and again. That's the essential part. That's the important part. When you hear information, you're also using your imagination. Not as much as reading, but you're still using it for a big portion of time. But the good thing about this is that you have to understand that this, when you're listening to something, you're hitting another part of the brain. In other words, you're hitting another part of the brain that wasn't affected as much through reading, but it is affected through hearing. If in biblical in the biblical scripture, it said faith comes by hearing. It's really, head on in the biblical scripture that faith comes through hearing, because when you hear something, when you hear information, that is the basis. That is the basis of communication in 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 humans. Is through verbalizing speech and thus hearing. So naturally and genetically and I don't want to say, how can I say this word, through evolution, if you want to say that, you were designed to hear. Thus, your brain has a very, I want to say, a special place for information when it comes through hearing. And the audios also are very good because I will be coming out with audios as well in the future. But if you can take them with you, I mean, you could nowadays you can log into your phone and look up the videos and hear a 15-20 minute message here before work or on your lunch or whenever you just have some free time, and get inspired and get a good message in you. Thus your vibration change, thus the things in your life become better. The next part is events or seminars. And again, events or seminars, when you're seeing it live, when it's live, it's hitting another part of the brain because you're visualizing the the event in present time. And most likely when you're in an event in a seminar, you are being part of what Napoleon Hill calls a mastermind. It's a it's a it's a place where like-minded individuals get together, and instead of creating several minds, you have your mind, somebody else has your mind. Napoleon Hill says that synergetically and energetically, you creating a one mind, a super mind. He calls it a mastermind. Thus, your power to send out and receive transmission of information and to send out your dream desire to God or the universe, it's increased. Biblical scripture, it also says, when two or more are gathered in God's name, you know, there will the prayer be answered. The prayer cannot not be cannot not be answered. In other words, so it's very foundation, and in the future, like I said, hopefully we will be able to also come out with events where we can gather and be part of this body of knowledge and exchange ideas live in a live setting. The next part of the system is relationships. Relationships. When you have a relationship with somebody who is like-minded like you and is going on the same route and same destination and on the same journey as you, the the conversations that go on are very, very different than just an average Joe. The conversations become helpful. The conversations become an asset. The relationships become an asset and are very helpful in life because you know that you can receive a picker upper when you're down, or you can give a picker upper when it's needed, and great ideas will come because you're also creating the mastermind in relationships. And not only that, but if you look at many of the fraternities out there, like maybe the Freemasons or the Chambers of Commerce or bigger clubs such as Yale's Skull and Bones, Yale's University Skull and Bones, uh, Trilateral Commission. I mean, these are people of great power who are in a fraternity, and and one wonders how is it that many people who are part of these clubs are very powerful people. Well, you know, because relationships go a long way. Not only can it help you when you need someone to talk to with a picker upper and for you to get good information out of, but it helps out in many different ways, such as, you know, if I have a business and you need help in what I do, I can help you out, and thus you can help me out. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. Relationships are very essential. Relationships are very important because we don't hit the mark every time, and it's very important for you to have a person of like-minded status for you to call on and get something off your chest. Just talk, communicate, express yourself. Very important. And the next step and the last step is recognition. Recognition is so important because the the confidence that recognition brings, it's unbeatable. It's so powerful. It's so inspiring to you and to others. I want you to remember a time when you were a kid and you did such a good job in school that the teacher gave you a gold star, and he or she put it on your forehead. You didn't want to ever take that gold star off. You kept it with you for as long as it stood there, till the glue just literally was gone or dried up for good. It felt good. You felt important. You felt proud to have that gold star in your forehead. That feeling is so inspiring. That feeling is so motivating for you. Unfortunately, we're losing that aspect in nowadays because I was just had a game several weeks ago, and obviously these was two teams going against each other. Obviously there was a winner and there was a loser, but both received trophies, which made no sense to me. You know, how can the kid be inspired, be motivated to be the best that he can be if the trophy comes without effort? You see, recognition is what makes leaders. Recognition is what stands people out. Recognition allows you to see the person who is gonna be that best. Recognition allows the greatness to come out. It's very important, recognition. That is the system that you must follow if you want to make all your dreams come true. It's very simple and very head on. The system consists of books, audios, events, relationships, and being part in giving and receiving recognition. That's another thing I forgot to talk about. When you give recognition, you're sending out a vibration out of you that is so strong and powerful when you're giving it heartfelt recognition, true recognition. When you're recognizing somebody, that vibration not only does it help that other person, but you're sending out the vibration to the universe or to God. You're recognizing, you're humbling yourself. I remember in the biblical scripture, Jesus talked about how a Pharisee, he told a story about a Pharisee, which is a priest, a high end priest, and a tax collector. In those times, a tax collector was considered evil and a traitor, right? And an evil person, a greedy person. And the Pharisee was considered a high end priest, a holy person. He talked about how both of these persons went to God to ask for forgiveness for the sins. Well, one of them went for forgiveness. The Pharisee went to God and said, God, thank you because I'm not bad. I'm not greedy. I'm not evil. I don't I try my best not to sin. And the tax collector went to God and asked for forgiveness because he was a sinner. God blessed the tax collector. God didn't bless the Pharisee. And that message was a message of humbleness, how you should humble yourself. And that is so powerful on its own. Humbling yourself. Because when you humble yourself, you open up to a whole new world and a whole new body of knowledge and a whole new life because there's more for you to receive. Because when you think you got it all, you're closed down, nothing can come in. The blessings can come to you. But when you humble yourself, you open up to all of the goodness of life. And thus you will see that goodness of life. And when you receive it, when you receive the recognition, like I talked about, it's the motivation aspect, the inspirational aspect, which will make you become the best person you can ever be. And thus will give you the motivation to stand out. This is how the Rockefellers come out, the inventions come out, the Albert Einsteins come out, because these people are stand out. They want, it's the recognition, that good feeling. That's how all these great people have come out through history, through this. And this system must be followed on a consistent and regular basis. This system must be followed on a regular, consistent basis. This system must be followed on a regular, consistent basis. That's the key word, consistent. If you are not doing this system consistently, it will never ingrain in you. You will never see your dreams come true because you're not following it consistently. You need to get this into your being, into your DNA. You need to know the system in and out and do it every day. How do you know something? How do you know something? If you're doing it. If you're doing it, then you know it. You must be doing this every day. We're not perfect, of course. I'm not saying every single day, but consistently and regularly. Remember, books, audios, events or seminars, relationship, and in the participation of giving and receiving recognition. That is the system. You follow that system, you will make all your dreams come true. This system will sharpen your axe. There's a story of two men chopping wood. Two men went out at the same time to go chop wood. These Both of these people were neighbors. They went out at the same time to go and chop wood. At the end of the day, one person always out chopped the other person. Always chop more wood than the other person. Always. So one time, the guy that didn't chop that much wood went and dedicated himself to chop wood non-stop. He skipped his lunch, he skipped his break, he skipped everything and just dedicated himself to chop wood. With the confidence, he comes up to go check at his stack and go check out the other person's stack. Still, he was out chopped. The other person still chopped more wood than that person. So one day, the guy goes up to the other guy and says, "Look, I've been noticing you for a while. I've been looking at you for a while. You always seem to out chop me in wood, but I go out there and I don't even take a break nor a lunch, but you still chop more wood than I do. How is it?" And he responds with a very chagrin response. He says, "Well, while you're out chopping wood non-stop, I stop to take a break and sit down and sharpen my axe. See, while you're chopping out there and you're working non-stop, I'm taking a break every now and then to sharpen my axe. Thus, if it takes you 10 hits to chop the wood, it's going to take me 3 to chop the whole wood. I also rest and I eat. This system right here will allow you to sharpen your axe, will allow you to rest, and will allow you to eat. Good information is bread. Again, I could go to a biblical scripture. The good information that Jesus brought to the world, the good message, he called it the bread of life. Information, good information, life-changing information is like bread. It's like food for the soul. You know, there's many instances where a lot of super successful people throughout their careers have gone through periods of time where they've worked so much, but yet they love what they do so much that they forget to eat, but yet they feel full, they feel nourished, they feel energized, because as Jesus called it, the bread of life, which is good information, life-changing information, God's information. It's bread of life. It's bread. It's food. It's food for the soul. Keep you full and energized. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the talk and found this video very helpful. Follow the system. Make your dreams come true. You can do it. You were designed for greatness. You were designed for accomplishment. I'll talk to you next time.